Yup, man, you know what time it is, man. It's your favorite channel, man, CTB. This is Chin Tuck Boxing. I'm your boy Jay Slay. Say what up to him, man.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for tuning in.
If you guys tuning in like we are tuning in right now, we have just finished the fight card from Top Rank on ESPN Plus, man. The Oscar Valdez versus Shakur Stevenson. Uh, I'm full of mixed emotions right now, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It was a great card. I enjoyed every fight. I even enjoyed the Ali Wash fight. Uh, I most definitely enjoyed watching my 75-7 homeboy Keyshawn Davis get his knockout victory today. But it kind of ruined my mood at the main event, man. I don't know how I'm ask this question. First of all, this is the love we normally do. How do you feel about Valdez, man? You think he brought more to the game than you thought he was going to bring, or you thought he was just the Valdez that everybody should have expected?
I thought he was tough, a little bit more tougher than I thought he was. I like the way that he did put up a fight. He tried to rally, even though you could tell he was outmatched from like the third round on. But it pretty much went the way I thought it was going to go. But I still think Oscar Valdez is a great champion. I think that he's still an elite fighter at 130 pounds. He may be the second best fighter at 130 pounds. Just Stevenson's just on another level right now. So I don't think people should take too much from this and think Oscar Valdez is just a walk or a push over there. I think that if anybody else get in the ring with him, they're going to have their hands full.
Right, I agree with you, man. But I think my homeboy Keyshawn Davis might got something to say about that. Because I'm going to be honest, the Valdez I seen tonight, man, the way he couldn't find his range, the way he didn't have a one game plan, man. I know it's too young, it's too early to be saying this, man. Like I said, I might be a little bit biased, but I think my boy Keyshawn Davis might got something in the future for my boy Oscar Valdez. It's going off what I seen tonight. But I'm gonna be honest, yo. I'm kind of being a hypocrite when I say this. I know what I said when we watched Shakur Stevenson fight. What's the guy named Nakatani? Not Nakatani. It's Nakatani, right?
Yeah, Nakatani.
I know. I came on here on CTB and I complained and I was like, what the fuck fans talking about? Fans want Shakur Stevenson to go out here and be something he ain't. They want him to go out here and be a power puncher, man. And I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna be a hypocrite and I'm about to say the same thing that I said I wasn't gonna say in that fight. He had the knockout on a platter, bro. He had it on a platter from literally maybe midway through the 8th round on, and he just did not press the gas, bro. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little more upset because I put money on the 10th round stoppage. Of course, it wasn't a lot of money, of course, but it was enough for me to say I was comfortable with that bet. And the more the fight went on, the more my hopes got up. I was like, yo. I even touched my boy Mom. I think it was like around the 7th round. I was like, yo, my 10th round stoppage bet looking real good right now. I was getting so excited, man. My man, I was just so excited, man. Just to see him go into the 10th round and literally throw 30 punches and literally was on the back foot after hurting Valdez to the body. I was hurt, bro. Let me know how you feel about him not pushing the gas at the end. And do you think that would affect this stardom in the future?
This is the thing. We're true boxing fans, so we're not the type of boxing fans that try to belittle somebody to win because they don't get a stoppage or a knockout.
Right.
But when you start throwing the word around, I'm a superstar. I think I'm the best fighter in the sport. When you say you're a superstar, I expect you to put a show on. Mm-hmm. I expect to be entertained, not for you just to try to get the win or play it safe. And I understand you got to be defensively responsible. But like you said, around that 9th round of that fight, you could see it in Oscar Valdez in his mannerism, in his face. Every time he took a clean shot to the stomach, it would just be a bad reaction. You could tell that if he just pressed the gas and put a couple punches together and stayed in front of him and pushed him back, because if you looked at the fight, he was the stronger guy. He was the more powerful fighter. He was the faster fighter. He was the more elusive fighter. And then in the back half of the fight, he was just standing there letting Oscar Valdez tee off, and he couldn't even hurt him. So you couldn't even at the 9th or 10th round, he couldn't even hurt you anymore. So at that point, you walk through that guy and try to finish him off. And if he tried to finish him off, I would say, he went forward. He didn't get it. Oscar Valdez was tough. He was able to survive. But he literally, at the last round, he was looking at the clock the whole round. He was looking up at the clock, waiting for it to run down. And I'm saying, if you just trying to get a win, cool. But don't tell me you want to be a superstar of the sport and not go for it. You can't be a superstar and a pay-per-view star and pull those kind of things. Like I said, I know a lot of people say, well, Mayweather did it, Mayweather, but y'all forget what Mayweather was at 135 pounds and 140 pounds. Mayweather didn't come out just trying to get win. He was destroying people. If you don't believe me, go watch Corrales. Go watch some of them early fights from 135 and see what Floyd used to be at his lower weight classes before he turned to the Money Mayweather. So yeah, it did kind of disappoint me a little bit.
Yeah, like you hit the nail on the head, man. I'm gonna say it again because I know we're gonna get a lot of hate, and people going to say, y'all just criticizing Shakur Stevenson, man. He had a masterclass performance. We agree. It was a masterclass performance, bro. But no, man, he outboxed the shit out of Oscar Valdez. A lot more. I mean, I called unanimous decision on my pre-fight, of course. But I was praying for the stoppage. You called for the stoppage on your pre-fight. So we knew that. We knew Shakur Stevenson was going to win. We knew he was going to dominate. I even said Oscar Valdez was going to be tougher than most people thought. He's shown to be tougher than what most people thought. He couldn't land his left foot like he wanted to. Shakur Stevenson took that left hand away from him the whole fight. He could not find that left foot to save his life. But he was letting those right hands when he wanted to. And Shakur Stevenson was eating them, and it wasn't hurting him. We are not upset by the fact that he didn't go for the stoppage, like my boy Mon said. We're not upset about that. Be defensively responsible. We're upset by it being on the silver platform, and he didn't even. I don't know if he didn't notice it, or if he just didn't. I don't know if he wasn't even looking for it. Like you know what I'm saying. It's kind of hard to explain.
I get exactly what you're saying. Like it's like it was right there in his face. Like you said, Oscar Valdez, like you said, was pretty much saying because a couple times he hit him right on the belt line, and Oscar Valdez would act like it was a low blow. Mm-hmm. And for a fighter of his IQ, he should have realized this guy's ready to quit. Well, not quit, but he's ready to pack it in. Mm-hmm. And I was just surprised that not Oscar Valdez, but Stevenson didn't go for it because those kind of fights make you a superstar. So I'm not mad at him for not getting the stoppage. I'm mad at him for not seizing the moment. That was his moment. That was his Gotti versus Mayweather. That was your moment, and you didn't jump on it. So that's what I think we're upset about because we think so highly of Stevenson. We know his capabilities. We just want him to get the most out of what he can be and not miss on a big opportunity like he did tonight to me. Even though he did have a masterclass performance and it was a great performance, and I still give him an A- for his performance.
Yeah, like that Gotti versus Mayweather comparison, that's a great comparison because Mayweather was beating the shit out of Gotti and he never got off the gas. Like he knew Gotti had nothing for him and he was going to beat the shit out of Gotti until either Gotti quit or until like Bertie McGirt did and stopped it in the corner. That is what a pay-per-view star is supposed to do at this level. When you on a main event of this magnitude where Vegas is shut down for you, where it wasn't pay-per-view, it was on the app, but when the whole world is talking about this fight, this is prime for prime.
This was ESPN, no basketball playoff game tonight.
Exactly. No,
you had the whole world watching tonight.
Exactly, exactly. You had the whole world watching you tonight. All you had to do was press the gas just a little bit more and got Oscar Valdez out of here. That is what we upset about. But man, you got anything else you want to add to this topic, man? Also, real quick. He was very, very big for that weight. You see how big he was in the ring at 130?
Yeah.
What do you see him going?
I thought I was tripping because of the angle. When I seen him, I said, God, he's mighty big for 130 pounds. And then I text you and was like, yo, Stevenson huge. And you was like, yeah, his back is wide. And I thought I was just seeing things from the angle, but he's a big dude at 130. And I think that's another reason I was kind of upset because you're the bigger guy, you're the faster guy, you have the higher IQ, and you bet on the defensive end. You supposed to press the gas when you got all those advantages. So I think don't get it twisted. We're not hating on Stevenson. I still think he's an elite fighter. I told you earlier tonight. I said I think that in a couple of years, I think he's gonna be the best fighter in the world. I believe. Now, as far as superstar, I don't know because it's different between being the best fighter in the world and being the biggest superstar in boxing. Like I said, Tank Davis is knocking motherfuckers' heads off.
Right.
That's why he's a superstar and on pay-per-view. It's the difference between a superstar and being the best fighter in boxing. So I still think highly of him. But if you say you want to be a superstar, you got to show me.
Man, you brought another point out I got to talk about now, man. Tank Davis fights at 130 to 140. He mainly fights at 135. We seen how big Shakur Stevenson was at 130. So if he moves up to 135, I'm going to be thoroughly honest. I do not care how much you are outboxing Tank Davis, Shakur Stevenson. If you go in there with a Tank fight and you go in here and try to put on a masterclass performance against Tank, and you could be doing so, and you don't press the gas in that 10th and 11th rounds, Tank Davis has the power to get you out of there and erase all that work you just did. You put on a, just like that. You put on a masterclass. You put a masterclass performance against Valdez, and Valdez really, I mean, he may have. You say he had good power in your post fight, but we didn't see you visibly be hurt. I seen you take harder punches from Nakatani and was more visibly hurt in that fight than you were tonight in this fight. So I don't know, man. Like I said, it's credit to him, man. I appreciate the win. I enjoyed the fight night, man. I appreciate the win. But when it comes to being the best, criticism is gonna fall with it. What you about to say, bro?
And that's the point I'm making right there. Like I said, I think as far as his abilities, I think he can be the best fighter in the world. But with that style he has, if he fights Tank Davis at 135, just thinking he's gonna be able to pop shot Tank Davis and move around the ring, and at some point not get caught by Tank Davis, he fooling himself. That plan he had tonight, that game plan he had tonight would not be Tank Davis. I'm telling you, it would not be Tank Davis because he's not gonna respect him. And once Tank Davis don't respect you, he's gonna go through that pop shot shit you doing. He's gonna mess around and knock your ass out or beat up on you. So at some point you're gonna have to sit down and put some shots together and just not try to, I call it Olympic style boxing. Almost trying to outpoint somebody and just win rounds, which I understand that's part of the sport. But when you fighting somebody like Tank Davis, that's not gonna work. At some point, you're gonna have to get his respect. You're gonna have to show him you got grit and that you can get down and dirty. And I didn't really see that tonight. I saw, I want to see him work the inside a little bit more. That's another thing that I thought he was lacking a little bit when he decided to be still and go to the Philly shell and Oscar Valdez would throw a couple punches. He would throw like one pot shot to the stomach and then just kind of sit there and smirk and let the guys tee off on him, and he couldn't hurt him. But I was saying, show me your inside game, show me your grit. Let me see you pick 2 or 3 body shots together. You know what I'm saying? They really try to go, and I didn't see that. So I mean, as much as I thought it was a masterclass performance, I still saw some concerning issues with him that I hope he can fix. But he's still only 23 years old, so he got plenty of time to grow. He's far from his prime, so that's the great thing about it.
I'm sitting here thinking about it too, man. I just thought about something. Maybe it ain't his fault. Maybe it's us. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this is just who he is. Like, maybe we are expecting something of him. But he's still young and he's still up and coming. So we haven't seen all that he has to offer. So maybe what we expected him to offer up, it just ain't in him. Maybe he's just not that killer instinct type of boxer. Like he even said coming up in the press fight, his exact words was, Oscar Valdez is expecting a slugfest and a dog fight. I'm not that type of fighter. He said he's going to find out tonight. Maybe we need to start listening to that and understanding that. Maybe he's more Mayweather at 147 than he is Pretty Boy Floyd at 130, 135. So we have to start putting him in that box at, just as being that. He mentioned Devin Haney in the post fight. That would be a really high skill, very technical, very, very it's gonna be a high-speed chess match, man. It would be a great match. I would enjoy it. I'm pretty sure plenty of real fight fans enjoy it. But the casual fans will not mind that. They're not gonna buy a jab fest. No. They're not gonna buy 2 masterclass boxers trying to out-jab each other. So how would you sell that fight? How would you market that fight if you are Devin Haney or Shakur Stevenson? What would you do if you had that fight later in your lap?
I mean, I tell you right now, it wouldn't be a pay-per-view fight. I mean, yeah, it might be on ESPN, it might be on Showtime, it might be on the Zone. But if they saying they're gonna hold this fight for the future, and that's a big fight. I don't care if they both continue to win. It wouldn't be a pay-per-view fight. You know what I'm saying? I don't think. You know what I'm saying? I think they both have outgoing personalities, but like you said, to us, the hardcore fan, I would enjoy it because I like a masterclass high chess match kind of fight. Well, you got two guys in there that's thinking and switching up styles, and you don't know. I like that. But for your casuals, which make you a superstar and give you those numbers on pay-per-view for you to be on pay-per-view, they have to be entertained. That's why if you look at all the pay-per-view stars in boxing right now, most of those guys are very entertaining. Like I said, Wilder was a knockout artist. Tank is a knockout artist. Canelo is a knockout artist. We can box too, but he's a knockout. Earl Spence, I wouldn't call him a knockout artist, but he's a high work rate, a ball to the wall type of fighter that's gonna throw 70, 80 punches around.
He's a finisher.
A finisher. So you got all these guys that's pay-per-view stars that's exciting to watch. So even though to us, I would bat a pay-per-view, but Showtime, ESPN, or the Zone would never put money behind a pay-per-view event just to lose money, just because it's two masterclass boxers. So that's just something to keep in mind. For those two guys, like I said, you can't go out there and not be who you are, because when you try to be who you are, that's how you can mess around and lose. So I understand that, because that almost happened to Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? He tried to do too much and got caught trying to please the fans. So it's a thin line between trying to please the fans and going for it. But the night with Stevenson, it was right there on the platter for him.
Yeah, it was. It was right there on the platter, man. And he left it there. All right, man. You got anything else to add to the topic? This is gonna be a new segment we're gonna start doing. Matter of fact, it's gonna be late night conversations. It's gonna be where we just give you our raw emotion, man. I'm not gonna do no editing on this. I'm just gonna pretty much do a little chopping and screwing on it, but I'm gonna put it about how we talk about it, so y'all can get the raw emotion from us at CTB, man. Right directly after the fight.
That late night chin check.
That late night chin check, man. Right, pure emotion off of just adrenaline of watching a great fight. But you got anything else you want to add, man, to this topic?
I think we covered it all.
Most definitely. I'm pretty sure we had to think of more topics about this, because it's gonna be a whirlwind of what's the word I'm looking for? A whirlwind of dialogue and opinions, and a whole lot of stuff gonna be coming out the next couple of days. But with that being said, man, this is your favorite channel, the CTB. This is Chin Tuck Boxing. I'm your boy Jay Slay. Say peace to him, man.
All right, everybody. Remember to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, comment. Let's keep this channel going. You know why? Because we love boxing and you love boxing. But most of all, God, peace, and love. Take care.
Peace.